So what I'm doing today, I've got two garden spots, both about 80 by 80 right in here, and I've had my tree service come in that I get my wood chips from, and they have dumped probably 6 or 8 loads in this area, and probably more than that in this area. And sometimes you do find the big stuff in there you don't really want in there. And I've spread this out with the tractor, with the front end loader, and I'll show you how to do that, because they just came and dropped one more load right here, because I've got a bare spot right in here, and then I've got a bare spot there on the very edge of that, and I'll fill those in, and then I'll show you how to do that. And then I'll show you how I spread it out and make it a little bit more smooth out there. Still got a lot of lumps and bumps out there, because when you're just dumping it with a loader, and you start dumping it, sometimes a bunch of it falls out, and it'll kind of mound up. But anyway, let me show you how I spread it. So now I'm ready to come through here with my tiller on my tractor. I think this could be done with a walk behind, especially a rear tine. You don't want to go deep. You don't want to go into the soil. You don't want to turn the chips into the soil. I'm just turning them over, and probably be a good idea to do this maybe I don't know, every 6 months or something like that. But you don't want to get into the dirt. Last year I got into the dirt, and I had a lot of weeds and stuff start coming up out here where there was none. So don't scratch the dirt. Stay on the chips. Don't go too deep. These chips are about, that lump right there is about 2 feet deep, and the rest of it is at least 12 inches. So it's 12 inches to 16, 18 inches deep, depending on how it's mounded up. And so I'm going to drop the tiller almost all the way. I'm not really concerned about getting in the dirt, because I've got so much chips, so thick a layer of chips on top. This is I already did this, and you can see it's not perfect, but that's okay. I'm just wanting to spread them out a little bit more uniformly, and you can see where my tractor tires came through. If you don't have quite a bigger tractor, you may not make as bigger tread marks. But let me just show you the tilling of it. Be careful, know your chips, because sometimes big things wind up in the dump truck, okay? You hit that with a tiller, you're going to break a chain, you're going to do something. So be careful, kind of watch them as they're dumping, and or as you're spreading it with the front end loader, watch it, and any sticks, any big stuff you see, be sure and get out of there, because even a tiller like that, I have broke the chain on it before. Not fun to put back on inside here, and it's got a chain on it about 1.5 inches wide, big chain. So let me set the camera up on tripod, and then I'll show you just running through the chips a little bit. So I finished spreading them out. I know that looking at wood chips is not very interesting, but maybe what I say will be. I am probably unlikely, it's unlikely that I'm going to plant here or here next year. I think I'm going to leave it lay in fallow. So these wood chips are going to be here for about 18 months before I plant in them. That is a good thing. In fact, if you are wanting to start a deep mulch back to Eden style garden right now, this is fall when I'm filming this, right now is the time to do it. It gives your chips or whatever you put down, hay, and it could be hay. Hay is good. Hay or straw. It gives them plenty of time over the winter to break down, start composting down, enriching your soil. Every time it rains or snows, depends on where you're at, you get that compost tea leaching through the mulch, the wood chips, or the straw. That compost tea leaching through, going into your soil. So right now is a perfect time to do this for a spring garden. In fact, you know, if you're going to plant a spring garden and want to do this style, the deep mulch style, I don't know that I'd do it in spring, because it's just, you're not getting any benefit. The only benefit you're getting is water retention and weed suppression, but you're not getting the soil is not. You're not really making compost. You know, it's not enriching the soil. It just takes it a while to do that. I have found that it takes, the soil will start changing in about just, you know, a few months. This is composted wood chips. These have been laying here though for probably a couple of years, and that's just as black. And I have, if you know me, you know I have got, that is not a rock, that is soil. I have got red iron ore rock soil. There's a good rock right there. And that's what I've got. It's just iron ore rock. I know some of you up north are saying, dude, you ain't got no rocks. You want to see a rock? But my point is, that is hard pan clay, red, some of it's yellow, hard clay. But after a little while, it looks. And you can see some of the larger wood chips. You can see some of the larger wood chips that haven't decomposed yet. But all that is farmer wood chips. Okay? So, and the reason I like the wood chips is because they just stay so much longer. You know, again, the bigger pieces have probably been here for 2 years, or maybe more. And that piece was probably twice that size 2 years ago. They're just beginning to rot. But that's what it does to your soil. Beautiful, beautiful black soil. So, but it takes time. It takes time to do it. A lot of people get discouraged with the back to Eden method because it just takes time, and they didn't expect that. So, you need to expect that. So I'm doing this. It's going to be 18 months probably before I plant here. Certainly you could plant here in 6 months, but I just want to show you what it does to the soil. Beautiful, beautiful black compost as opposed to that red rock. So it will do that. It will change, and if you leave it long enough. So that is the thing. Leave it long enough. All right, I think that's it. We spread them. We're going to leave them. I just know all winter long they're going to be composting down. Going to look good. Going to look good. But again, probably not going to plant this next spring. It'll probably be spring after that. So these are going to lay here about 18 months, and that will be even gooder. All right. So that's it. I think I've talked enough, showed you enough. Wood chips are a boring thing to look at, aren't they? And when I pan side to side, people say, you're making me dizzy. Anyway, make sure you take out all your big chunks before you go through it with a tiller. And that's about it. We're fixing to go fishing, I think. We're gone.